Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Conspiracy Theories Shorts. And this is Catherine with Tarot Talk Live. All right, so we are on day 18 of Nancy Guthrie being missing, and everyone is seeming to be at a standstill. And remember, in my reading the other day, a couple days ago, I said that there would be a lull once this CODIS data was entered. Okay. And it's going to seem like we're back at square one again, but then it's going to take a sharp turn. Things are going to go in a different direction. There's going to be another approach that is going to yield results. These results are going to lead to a lead. Okay, so we're in Mercury retrograde, and I do feel that this is going to assist authorities and everyone in finding Nancy. Very early when I read for Nancy, it didn't look like what I wanted, but I pray anyway. We have family coming out here. Inner circle, blood ties. Why is this coming out? Isolation. Okay. Isolation, being left alone somewhere. Burned bridges under the deck and waves, lots of emotion, and we have block here. This was karmic in nature. There's an energy of someone who is running with thrills, bad decisions, poor addictions, bad decisions, and cycles. And then we have hopeful for authority. This could be the law. Consequences, okay? And finding out with epiphany. All right? Do you see that? Consequences and epiphany coming in. Okay? So family and isolations are the top two energies that came out here. So being isolated by family, okay, or having some sort of blood tie relation or someone in your inner circle with burned bridges and waves. And then we have blocked and karmics. This is just giving me an energy of feeling very, very emotional about this burned bridge, like realizing that this person is the person that has done this and being very, very emotional about it. We have blocked here. This talks about moving on, nothing to say. So it's almost taken a very darker turn with karmics here. Lessons are being learned here. Okay, lessons are being learned. We have someone who's running away or trying to escape from some sort of a bad decision that was made. Now someone is trying to run away. They made a bad decision. They're realizing it and they're trying to get away. We have consequences and epiphany. So someone is getting close. They're looking. People are scrutinizing and they're looking in places that people never thought of. They never thought that these consequences would come from this. And now we have someone who's hopeful that some sort of authority figure is going to come in and solve this case. Exactly what's going to happen. Now, I want to know, I'm going to pull this up. I want to know more about the sheriff's statement about family, because there were two statements from what I hear. I hear the first statement, the sheriff came out on day one saying that no one was clear. No one. Okay. And then on day two, the sheriff came out with the second statement. And this time, it was that no one in the family is being looked at as a suspect or being looked at. Okay. Why? Why make a point to make different statements? Okay. Two completely different statements about the same thing on back to back. One day, not even 24 hours later. Okay. So let's see why. Why did the sheriff change his statement about the family's involvement one day after saying that no one had been cleared to no family is being looked at as suspects? So this is how this has fallen out. So we have the butterfly. Under the deck, we have the Cupid's arrow. This talks about having faith. Something is coming. There's some sort of a surprise. Now, this also talks about hesitation. And remember, I said that there was going to be a lull. This is a moment of quiet or hesitation or some sort of a pause or interlude, commercial break. There's something that is coming to a pause here. With butterfly here, this talks about the relationship is evolving. We're going into the next phase. Okay. Growth, healing the inner child, growing. So you think of a butterfly, right? It has evolved. It's now going into its new phase, right? Something is changing. Now we have this golden mirror, self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. And then on the other side, we have a coffee cup. Okay, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and a friendship. So there's going to be some sort of a conversation, right? We have a golden mirror. So one-sided relationship. I'm getting an energy of this situation with the sheriff, right? Holding information, not talking. That coffee cup represents sitting down and talking, communicating, conversing, sharing information. With the Cupid's arrow, right? There's an energy of getting together, meeting up, sharing information. Things are starting to change. Okay. It's going to start off as one-sided. Okay. This is how it's going to start. People are being narcissists. People are being self-absorbed. Everybody wants to be the one to break the case and their ego. We're going to get past that phase with the butterfly. That's where we're having the lull. Something is going to break. Something is going to change. And when that changes, things are going to not only heat up, but you're going to have people who are conversing, getting together, sitting down and having communication. And something is going to come of this. Girl with the snake. Camera. See? Changing. Camera. There's going to be something about a camera. I still feel as though we are going to get video that shows someone's face. Twin flames, you guys, I'm telling you right now. They're getting close. Girl with the snake. Boundaries. So I want to know. Yeah, I feel like there's an energy of wanting people to feel comfortable. Golden mirror, narcissist, love bombing. And then coffee cup was on the other side. The butterfly at the top and Cupid's arrow. There's an energy of getting someone to talk, making someone feel comfortable. I feel like they feel like there will be hesitation if this person gets alerted, right? And they don't. They want to smoke this person out. They want them to feel comfortable. This is a tactic. This is a tactic. Is the family still being looked into as possible suspects? Is the family still being looked at or looked into as possible suspects? Anyone in the family? Oh my gosh. Y'all, and I was literally like, if this card comes out, I am flipping out. And it came out. Home. Home. This is someone close to home. And we have a number 10. There's an energy of things are going to be starting over. When I said we're going back to square one, that could have an entirely different meaning than what you're thinking. It doesn't mean we're starting over. It means that back to where it actually lies. So close to home, right underneath our noses, within a parameter. Do you see the 4 points? Do you see how the cards came out into fours and I sectioned them out? And you see that space in the center? I feel like it's someone within the parameter of Nancy's home. Someone who's close. There's an energy of being close to home. We have air under the deck. 28 is also 10. Y'all, read it and weep. Look at this. 28. That reduces to 10. 1 once again. And we have a full moon here. So there's going to be some information that is coming out. There's going to be some information. There's some communication. It's being talked about. Someone is communicating, and it's like there's a lot of secrets, but I feel like it's at its bursting point. Let's see. Is the family still being looked into? Okay. That went in the reverse. So we have a message of guidance, you guys. This is exactly what I know. There's an energy of trying to throw them off. Trying to throw them off. They're creating some sort of a false narrative, and they're putting it out there on purpose in their faces. We have physical pain coming out here. Number 29. Okay. So we have 11. This is the first step. Physical pain and message of guidance in the reverse. So trying to throw off law enforcement. 11, physical pain. There's an energy of someone is going to get hurt, or someone is going to injure themselves, or there's going to be some sort of injury. Or someone is going to try to throw law enforcement off the scent. There's an energy of there may be a scent that can be picked up, right? And there's the energy of trying to throw someone off. Message of freedom under the deck, you guys, and loss again, you guys. And then we have spiritual message coming through. Okay. Definitely our spirit guides are telling us, giving us a message here. And we have loss coming in twice, basically, with physical pain. And then you have these tears, right? Loss. Message of freedom. It's an energy of in the parameter of her home, in the light of the moon. There was something that took place, right? And I do feel like she did go through some physical pain, and there was a loss, and she was free. Right after this, I'm seeing her being free. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I do feel that after a moment of anguish, there was a moment of peace. We have the Hierophant coming in at the end of our last reading. Go and check it out. But I do feel that Nancy is definitely in a place of protection at this point, but she needs to be reunited with her family, whatever that looks like. Okay? Whatever that looks like, she needs to be reunited with her family, period, point blank. All right? So there's some insight into this, and I thought maybe the sheriff, especially since there was such, backlash over some giving, information about their potential, information into the case that may not have been public. Ashley Banfield, okay, had given statements very early on about what some sources that she has very deep within the law enforcement there. No. So she got backlash for that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. but great reporting on her behalf. I don't think it was disrespectful. But I can see how law enforcement may say, damn, you know, we want to try to maintain this thing as much as possible. Loose lips sink ships. And I know that there is a thought process behind certain things that are being said to everybody, whether it's things that they're saying to Savannah as opposed to things that they're saying to Savannah's husband, could be two completely different things for way different reasons. So y'all don't think you know why law enforcement is doing anything. Just don't ever think that you know, is all I can say. Don't think that you know. Okay? Tell me some more. What else do we need to know here? Definitely things are going to heat up. Definitely with love yourself first, and then we have deception. I do feel like there was someone that had a sense of ego. You know, they were coming in with ego, investigating this case. And I feel like there's definitely some deception. They've been keeping things from one another, but things are definitely going to be picking up, and they're going to have to share information. They're going to have to work together because things are going to pick up, and they're going to have to bring her home successfully. You know what? Nobody's going to have time to play, who's going to get her first. No, we're just going to need to go and get Nancy. Okay? Nobody is playing any more games. No one is playing. We've got family room here. We've got family room jumping out. And we're still on the same question. Is the family still being looked at into as possible suspects? And look at what we are getting. From the Kipper, we got family. Family room. And what else? Lovers. Okay, so there's the energy of people who are in on it that are within the family. There's some energy of family being in on a situation, and we have 1 and 5, 15, which is 6, and we have 21, which is 3 and 6 is 9. Family that are working together here. Okay. Family that are working together, and we have privileged lady here under the deck with thoughts. So someone is thinking about how privileged this lady is. And this is Nancy. Nancy is the privileged lady. And someone has been thinking about her very, very heavily. Okay. Thinking about how privileged she is. So this is premeditated. This has been on someone's mind, but this is family and energy of people getting together in a family room. So it could be family members. It could be people who live in one house. Yeah, and with despair under the deck. I don't feel like they're living in the best conditions. I don't feel like they're doing well. There's a main male and there's another male who is in despair, and we've got poverty. I'm telling you right now, they're slumming it. They are not living in the best conditions, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. 32, 37, and 1. 5, 10, which is 1, and 1. Okay? Something is going to pick up very quickly. This is definitely about money. It's definitely an energy of someone wanting money, needing money. It's definitely money is definitely a focal point here. You know what? Let's get these. We've been yielding some very, very interesting answers out of this deck. I mean, very on point. Okay. It is my uh, dark, deep, deep, dark, and dangerous oracle deck. And the other one is deep, dark, and dangerous oracle deck. And I'll figure out the other one. I'll let you know. Let's see. Okay, so let's see here. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. So let's move on to a new question here. So I want to know, what are the person responsible again? I want to get some characteristics here. What are the characteristics of a person responsible? This one in the reverse, 36 in the reverse, and number 9 in the reverse is 6. Okay, bathing in the river, and this is in the reverse, self-care in the reverse. And I have someone that has long hair, darker skin, self-care, bathing in the river. And this is in the reverse. Okay. Immersing yourself in your emotions, taking special care to focus on your own self healing. And this is in the reverse. So this is giving me very much 8 of Pentacles in the reverse energy. Okay, someone who is their needs are not being met. They're not taking care of themselves. They're not. So this person is someone who they lack, like, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to say good hygiene, but it's like this person doesn't take time with themselves. Like, they don't really spend any time grooming, on the grooming aspect. They don't really, put any time into how their appearance. There it is. They're not really focused on their appearance. Okay? They're not focused on their appearance. This is someone who maybe they have very like grimy looking hair, or it looks like they don't really wash their hair often. Their hair could be kind of greasy, or you know what I mean, just the energy of like their hair, something about not being washed, or has the appearance of not having been washed in a while. So this person is going to be visibly noticeable for not really having their appearance together. We have the flames, number 19, 10, which is 1. And this talks about transformation. Okay, transformation. And you see this person who has their face covered. They have their face covered and they're wearing a hat. So this person is going to try to change their appearance by covering up their face in some way. This person may wear a hat, whereas before this person was not a hat person. Okay, so this person is going to like have obvious signs of not really keeping up after or maintaining their own self-care, or grooming is going to be lacking with this person. They're going to be covering up, like putting hats on instead of like combing their hair or getting haircuts. It's not going to be a pretty sight, this person. We have freedom here under the deck. And someone doing pretty much a dance, like almost like a chant is what it looks like. Freedom ritual. And then we have the witching hour, favorable circumstances, number 3. Or I'm sorry, number 6. I'm saying number 3. Number 6. This is all about timing. Things coming together at the right time. Some sort of chant or ritual. This person is definitely, I'm getting an energy of trying to manifest good things coming. So this person is going to be praying a lot. You see what I'm saying? This person's going to be visibly like doing things in a very spiritual way that you've never seen this person doing. So there's going to be some obvious changes, but not only that, this person is also going to get, it's almost like take upon this like spiritual aspect of themselves. See, raising vibrations, casting the circle, raising vibrations. See, this person wants to come off as being this high vibrating energy or person. So they're going to be like, oh, I'm, going to my prayer group and we're doing this and we're doing that. And I'm in Bible study. It's trying to throw people off of their scent. There it is again. Throwing people off of their scent. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, this deck is no joke. It's no joke. Now, we'll come back and do another conspiracy theory short, you guys. And we're going to talk more about the location where these events took place and how they unfolded and what direction and where they ended up. Okay, so we'll talk more about that in the next conspiracy theory shorts. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know how this energy resonates with you. Okay. I just decided to flow with the oracle tonight because the messages were so on point. We can certainly pull some tarot messages before we close it up, you guys. I was going to go out, but I can pull a few tarot messages if you'd like. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Why did the sheriff change his statement about the family? Let's just flat out. Let's go there. Why did the sheriff change his statement from day 1 to day 2 after saying no one was cleared in the family to no family is being looked at? So we have the 6 of Swords. Okay, so there's the energy of moving on from something or making a quick getaway, right? Trying to hurry up and move away from a statement, backtracking, right? Quickly changing, quickly switching things up here. And we have Temperance. Okay, see, to calm people down, to get people to relax, to get people to let their guards down. Okay, under the deck, you have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so again, this is working hard, focusing, not stopping. You know, this is the energy of this is work. This is all about doing a job. This is nothing personal. It has nothing to do with anything. This is how they do their work. And the way they do their work is in secret. The High Priestess. You see that? They are working hard to keep this under wraps, y'all. That is why it's so cloaked in secrecy whenever they are getting breaks in cases, because they don't want others to know. They don't want to tip off the person. They want the person to lead them to where Nancy is. And they feel like if they can just stay quiet, lay low, this person who did it is going to get nervous. They're going to jump and they're going to do something ridiculous. Okay. So there it is. I knew it. Is the family still being looked into as possible suspects? Well, we already answered that question, but yes, justice, the law. Yes, very much so. Under the deck, the King of Cups. Look at this. Yes, they are still very much devoted on looking into all potential persons of interest here. All right. 4 of Cups here under the deck with the King of Cups. This is an energy of being distant and detached. You see what I'm saying? It's not, there's no love lost or anything like that. It's not about anything like that. It's about them doing a job, baby. And they are going to get the job done. They're not going to be a laughing stock. It's not going to be in vain. Okay. So characteristics of the person responsible. Characteristics of the person responsible. Ooh, those went in the reverse, y'all. We got the Empress in the reverse. Or the Emperor in the reverse. Okay, there it is. The Emperor in the reverse. Okay, this person is losing control. They're losing control. They're emotionally unraveling because they don't know what's happening. We have the 3 of Wands in the reverse. There is delays. There are blocks of some kind. And this person is starting to feel isolated. You see what I'm saying? They're starting to get frustrated. This is somebody who is getting visibly frustrated. We have the 6 of Wands in the reverse. Guys, this is a lot of stress. This is somebody who is definitely knowing that they messed up and messed up bad. And they are getting visibly uncomfortable. Okay? Visibly uncomfortable. So under the deck, we have the 2 of Cups with the Knight of Cups. So this is someone who is in a soul tie connection with someone who has something to do with this. So this is an energy of being related to the person who is in connection with this happening. Okay. And in a relationship type energy, right? Yeah. Oh my goodness. And the Queen of Swords, this is very, very honest energy coming through here. I'm telling you. So in my readings, you guys, the other day, I kept getting this secret trail that keeps coming up. There's this pathway, or what appears to be a pathway. There was one that appeared to be a pathway in water, another where there was literally a pathway. And I'm getting an energy of some sort of a trail, maybe hidden. This could be a private situation on private property, but it keeps coming up, and I want to know why. Why does this trail keep coming up? We're going to use a completely different deck, you guys. I like to mix it up because it gives us an opportunity to look at the cards in different ways, but it also gives us more confirmation. Okay. Because some of these cards, you can't make this stuff up. Pulling from different decks, the cards that you end up pulling, it's amazing sometimes. Like absolutely jaw-dropping, gorgeous. Okay. There are no coincidences in anything, y'all. Please don't let anybody tell you this. All right, so let's see here. What is going on with this trail that we are seeing? Was there a trail that was walked on by Nancy? And when I did my reading the other evening, there was definitely a situation of having walked up or down, or walked down a trail near water. Okay. And we have chance, y'all. Oh my goodness. And it is another 10. Yo, I cannot get away from the 10s here, which is striking. Major Arcana number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. And that is a card that, you know, even in the upright can have some connotations to it that's just like makes you want to, shudder, because it means an uprooting of some kind. Something is going to either uproot, or at some point something was, on a downturn in order to be on this upturn. So you're getting what you want, but at what cost? And this says dice. Someone took a chance here. Right? This is about someone taking some sort of a chance. And we have not relationships. Tying someone up. Maybe was she tied up as they walked down this trail? I feel like it may have been a loose knot. There was some compassion. And I don't mean compassion like, I mean, there was some sort of grievances that were made on Nancy's behalf by the kidnapper. I don't know what this could possibly be. Maybe they didn't tie the knots very tight, and so as to not hurt her, as maybe they were going down this dark place. It's definitely a possibility. There are multiple things that could have happened and could have gone wrong. We may not know the actual events that took place. We may never know everything that happened, unfortunately. But someone took a chance, someone that had a relationship, a close tie. You guys, somebody took a chance, someone that had a close connection or tie to Nancy, took a chance by going on this trail or taking her out on this trail. She recognized them. She recognized them. Possibility and community, you guys. She recognized whoever this was, whoever had this mask on. Nancy recognized them through the mask. We have globe and we have bees here. Nancy was a sharp cookie. Nancy was a sharp cookie. Look at this, y'all. Resilience, succulence, resilience, y'all. 9 of Wands energy. This is gorgeous. And it's 38, which is number 11, reduced down to 11 and 2. But again, one tough cookie. Y'all, this was a very brave moment and one of the most bravest ladies that had to go through this to know that your family, this is going to be what they remember. Very devastating. And prayers for Nancy, prayers for her family, prayers for anyone related but not connected to this case. And I hope, look at this, that she is brought home. Look at that. Anchor, stability. I'm telling you, that anchor is giving me chills all over again. Because when I pulled the anchor the first time asking about Nancy, it wasn't a good reason this anchor was coming up. Number 16, this is 7. This is spiritual divine guidance. She's going to be brought back home. She's definitely, it's going to be within the week, I feel. If that's just my opinion, this is all entertainment purposes only. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. If you want more conspiracy theories, please go through the playlist, you guys. There's lots there. All the content is evergreen, so it's all relevant whenever you click on it. So go watch some of the other cases and information that I have done conspiracies on or conspiracy theories on. And make sure you guys are supporting the channel by hitting those like buttons. Make sure you are subscribed. And my other 2 channels, make sure you are subscribed to those as well. And the links are below. Please join the channel membership, you guys. You have access to lots of fun giveaways and also free readings. And readings just for you. Okay? Well, I will be doing Cancer versus all 12 sign readings. We will be doing element readings, water, air, fire, and earth. So just take that into consideration. You also, by being a member, get access to all of the extendeds for free. And you also get access to a free question every single month, just for being a member. Okay. Y'all know how that works. Go to that join link below in the comment section or hit the join button. And I will see you guys in the next reading. I love you. Take care of everybody and take care of yourselves. Until next time.